My name's Adam Manaka and I'm the Financial Controller for Hi-Tech Oils. With our national capacity, we can now service Australian companies nationwide. Of late, we have now expanded into the New Zealand market. Here at Hi-Tech Oils, we receive premium base oils and premium additive packs. Together, with our highly trained staff, we manufacture over 500 premium quality products. Hi-Tech Oils is Australian made and Australian owned.
On today's show, we head to Sydney Motorsport Park as we continue our Round 5 coverage of the Swann Super Series, featuring the Matrice Tampa Supersports and AM-Sport 600s. Then we head over to the UK and to the Cadwell Park circuit for Round 8 of the British Sidecar Championship. This is Speedweek.
Hello, I'm Lance Robertson and welcome along to a wet Sydney Motorsport Park for this 5th round of the Swann Super Series. If you joined us for our coverage of the bikehaggle.com.au superbikes, the conditions out here were extremely tricky and it's set to continue for our competitors in the Matrice Tampa Supersports and AM-Sport 600s. With championship implications in both our classes this weekend, these races will play a huge part in the overall outcome. So, let's have a look at the points heading into this round. And in the Supersports, Sam Lambert is still the championship leader. He has a 41-point lead over Callum Barker, but he will be contesting this weekend aboard a borrowed bike courtesy of former champion Callum Spriggs. Hayden Spinks and Simon Rees are still mathematically in contention, whilst, on another note, Stephanie Redmond is not racing this weekend. In the AM-Sport 600s, it's a tightly fought contest between the top three of Jamie Aitken, Carl Kitson and Grant Davis. The gap between the front three contenders is 36 points, and if you include Brian Bolster into the mix, the fight to become the AM-Sport 600 champion is certainly going to go right down to the wire.
Yeah, we're only, I think there's 2 points between first and second, and not many between third, so it's going to be a really close weekend of racing. Yeah, it'd be great if we could. Sort of first year back on the bike in 7 years, so haven't ridden much at all. So really happy with how everything's gone this year. Yeah, it's a little short fella, Grant Davis, which is about 6'5". Yeah, unreal guy, really good rider. So it's going to be definitely a really good weekend. And same with Carl. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is; they're all going to be very close together.
I'm second by 2 or 3 points, and I'm ahead of third place by about 30 points. But I'm not sure if that's going to be enough because I've got some major bike problems today. The dry bike, I blew the motor up a couple of weeks ago at the Australian Superbike round and still haven't got it back, waiting for parts. I've got a suspension problem that I can't get a spring for the shock. It's a weird size spring, and I think myself.
Currently sitting third, I feel like I'm in a pretty good position. I'm happy with how everything is going. See what the weather holds, see what the other competitors can do, boys and girls. So I'll tell you at the end of the weekend. Both great blokes. I don't want to injure anyone, I don't want to injure them myself, but I'll be putting it on the line to take them out. Hopefully the new clutch that I put in actually works. Apart from that, head down, go. That's my plan.
Well, as you just saw, our top three in the AM-Sport 600s are still determined to claim that championship trophy, just as much as our top three in the Supersports have their eyes on the prize in their championship battle of their own. They're on the track right now preparing themselves for a damp opening race of 3. So here's how they'll line up. The first 3 rows consist of the Supersports, with championship leader Sam Lambert on pole and Hayden Spinks and Ryan Sellon alongside him. On row 2, it's Reese Belling, Callum Barker and Simon Rees. And on the third row, it's a welcome return to Jimmy Broadbent, who's also joined by Keith Feely. Grant Davis leads the AM-Sport 600 field off row 4, with Justin Case and Brad Glennon sharing the honours, whilst row 5 has our championship protagonists in Carl Kitson, Jamie Aitken and Brian Bolster starting alongside each other, with Adrian Pellegrin, Keith Mulcahy and Luke Rhodes occupying the 6th row.
I think they're in the starters' hands now, ready for the Matrice Dampers. Race number 3, a fairly even start, although you must say that probably Spink's got the best of it over close to the edge. I can see that some of the supporters of each of the categories or each of the riders down along the pit area here are less than satisfied with the way that the start occurred, voicing their concerns and complaint about it. But all that be as it may, we've still got green lights, green flags, green racing as we head out of turn number 2 with our race leader out of Sydney Motorsport Park ride days for the run around turn number 4. Sorry, turn 3, bikehaggle. Oh, one of them high-sided himself. And as you can see there, Tim, as I mentioned before, when you hit the deck when it's wet, it just, you get a little bit faster than what you would normally do. Is that Hayden Spinks that's fallen off?
I think that was Sam Lambert.
Might be Lambert, okay.
Gee, this is going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons for the championship, considering that he was leading by a considerable amount of time.
Okay, well, they're on their opening lap as they head out of bikebiz.com.au, turn 6 for the run around Corporate Hill and the downhill section that leads into Freightlinks Transport. We'll catch up with who's who in the zoo as they make their way around there as quickly as we possibly can. We're speculating that it may well have been Sam Lambert that fell foul in turn 3 on the exit of turn 3 and the run over the top of bikehaggle.com.au drop-off.
Yeah, it's very ginger coming through turn 9 there, coming into the Dunlop turn. Very, very careful and conscious of the conditions at the moment.
Yeah, it's all right. For you to have a wry smile on your face and a bit of a chuckle in the background. Imagine being out there yourself. I think, is that Davis that's come up, or is it Jamie Aitken? Jamie Aitken, I think, that's up there at the head of the pack.
Jamie Aitken, he's one of the Pro-Am riders as well.
Is that him on the left-hand side there?
Yes,
Sorry,
it is. Number 96, that's his normal number. So he's having another one of the riders that's come back after a few years out of action as well.
Well, Belling it is that leads the race. Reece Belling on the LXI Racing Trilec Services Yamaha R6. And that is one of the modern, if you like, Matrice Dampers Supersports, and the AM-Sport 600 rider, Jamie Aitken, up into 2nd place. Simon Reese in 3rd, doing a great job as well.
Yeah, great ride there by Jamie Aitken so far. Very experienced rider. We've seen him around for quite some time, and it looks like I think Sam Lambert there pushing his machine back to the pits.
Well, I can tell you, folks, that the difference in qualifying time to the difference of the opening lap there is 34 seconds slower. Here's another replay of what happened, or a replay of what happened in the incident as they headed around the circuit for the first time. Yes, definitely a high side there, just getting onto the gas a little bit too hard as he headed out of Sydney Motorsport Park ride days. Got on the gas a little bit too early in the lead up over the top of bikehaggle.com.au drop-off. Jamie Aitken trying to get the drive round the outside through Bike Biz down into Freightlinks Transport. Can't do it on Reece Belling, who still maintains the lead. They head out of that turn for the run down. The iPone Oil's back straight. Jamie Aitken in pursuit.